We did.
Without even mentioning names, tell me what happened. Like how did it? I went to the taping. It was excellent.
Thank you.
Looked
Thank you
great.
for coming.
My pleasure.
And thank you for bringing Cameron.
Yeah, brought Cameron Haynes. My wife
Dripped
came.
in Gucci, dude.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Dude, that guy is a legend. Because I've only seen him with his shirt off and like inspirational music in the background. So when
running up a mountain.
Bro, I thought he was going to be like Crocodile Dundee when I met him in person. And he was just like dripping in Gucci.
He likes Gucci.
He likes Gucci. And then I remember calling you and I was like, dude, this guy's so interesting to me. Like, what does he do? He just takes people on camping trips and stuff like that? Like, what's the thing? I think you were like, no, I think he like moderates like pool levels in Oregon or like moderates like water.
Yeah, he works for the Department of Water and Power.
And I was like, this is a fucking
for now. But he's a New York Times best-selling author, so he's quitting his job.
Let's go, Cameron.
Yeah, he made a lot of money off the book.
I told him I'm going hunting with him.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't respond to
What
me.
are you going to hunt?
Yeah. I just said, we're going hunting. He's like, okay.
Yeah, that's how, he's like, okay. Like, probably people say that to him every day.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah.
What would you hunt?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. I probably...
Wild pigs is the best because they have to kill them.
Yeah.
You can eat them. They're delicious.
Yeah.
And it's literally an imperative. Like,
yeah.
You have to, especially in
You're
Texas.
Helping.
Yeah, they're everywhere. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Millions.
I want to camp before I hunt. First, I want to do camping, and then
You've never gone camping?
Never gone camping, no.
Oh, you're such a city boy.
Yeah.
Like Lil Duval would say, city boy, city boy.
Yeah. Duval's the best, bro.
Yeah, it's the camping thing. I mean, you're in a fucking cloth house out there with monsters.
Yeah.
And that's real. A woman got killed a couple of days ago in Montana by a grizzly bear. Pulled her out of her tent.
Yeah.
Mauled her.
You're like TMZ for that kind of shit.
Yeah, well, I pay attention because I go to those places.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's on your radar. But like anytime this happens, I feel like you're like, oh, dude, by the way, there was an alligator attack in Orlando.
Yeah, I've seen those too. There's a lot of those. Yeah, it's real. Like we live in this bizarre, sheltered world, and human beings have this interesting thought process. We only think about threats and danger and reality if it's right in front of us all the time.
Yeah.
That's how we see the world. The stuff that's in front of us all the time, that's our reality. And so stuff like, that's why you ever see those, there's a great Instagram page called Tourons of Yellowstone.
Okay.
Tourons is a tourist moron.
Okay.
And it's all people just getting launched into the air by buffalo.
Guys, okay. Okay.
It's just these fucking idiots who come from like Chicago and they're used to cities and they never really seen a buffalo and they're trying to get close for a selfie. And, you know, these things are in the rut. They're trying to fuck.
Game over.
This is a 2,000-pound giant-ass animal trying to fuck. And you're all there cock-blocking. And they just launch these fucking people. Yeah. It's horrifying.
See, that's what like makes me a little bit afraid of doing it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily afraid, but like I didn't really understand like the the allure of it. And then okay. I do understand the allure of nature. Like we were talking about this before, I hit you about this before, but I think something happens where like you get this like reset. Like even you see these like successful people, they'll go to like Montana. And they're not going to Montana to like let everybody know how nice their ranch is. I believe they're going to Montana because they're like, it's cool to look at mountains and it's kind of like humbling. Like,
yes,
dude, when I hit you up when I was on my honeymoon with my wife and I'm like looking at the fucking sunset off this beautiful island in Italy and I'm like, I felt incredibly humbled.
Yeah.
And maybe you need that feeling. Like maybe your world gets so warped. I wonder if you feel that way. Like, do you need to be in nature and feel so fucking vulnerable? Because your regular day, that's not something that you're experiencing.
Yeah, I think it's a reality check of what your relationship with the world really is. Because we live in cities and we drive in cars and we go into buildings and you get confused and you think that is the world. But the world is filled with all kinds of variables. And one of the more fascinating variables is nature and wildlife because they're so uncaring about you. Like one of the things that I always get when I'm in the mountains is like, these mountains don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a shit how many Instagram followers you have or how well your special did or, how well your podcast is doing. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
These are just tooth and claw and fang animals trying to get by.